Players are feeling confident, exactly how we want them to approach games, but at the same time, every game in isolation is a dangerous game if you don't approach it in the right way.
Well, Dean, we're approaching the end of the first block of games. How would you assess what you've seen from the squad in terms of without results, individual performances, depth and morale?
Team morale's excellent. Talked before about building that team spirit. I think it's massive for any successful season, and that's developing nicely, as I said before, particularly with some new members of staff, new players coming in. So really pleased with that. We've had a steady start. It's 3 games in. I've said it again before. We're nowhere near where we want to get to, at the end of it. But certainly there's good signs of progress.
Lots has been written about Nottingham Forest form, but no doubt, I guess you'll be saying to the players they've got to be on their guard going to the City ground.
Yeah, I think for 2 reasons. They're a good team. They've not scored a goal or got a result this season yet. But again, it's only been 3 games. Well, plus a cup game, they've had 4 games. But they've got front players who can cause any team in this division damage if you allow them to. So there's that to take care of, and there's also ourselves guarding against complacency. Just because we've had a good start, players are feeling confident, exactly how we want them to approach games. But at the same time, every game in isolation is a dangerous game if you don't approach it in the right way.
Yeah, I was going to say, fans might sort of wonder, what you say to a team when you're in such good form. Is it a case of carry on, keep doing what you're doing, what you have been doing because it's been working, or do you have to make little tweaks to try and prevent overconfidence from creeping in?
Yeah, every game's different. Most of the pre-game prep is on ourselves, and we have to tweak and we try to stick to our system, our way of playing. We might have to tweak it slightly tactically, as we saw last week against Sheffield Wednesday in the second half. Ultimately, it's about the players finding a way on the pitch to win a game. But the messages are the same. Keep believing in yourselves. If you make a mistake, get on with the next one. Keep encouraging your teammates. Whether you're in the team or not, keep giving your best every day. All the messages remain the same, and as I say, it's been a decent enough start, but a big game on the weekend. We want to go into this international break. We're 4 wins from 4 in the league.
Quite a physical affair last Sunday. How do you propose to counter Sabri Lamouchi's side on Saturday? Well,
as I said before, I think it's very much about how we start the game. I think when there's a team that are in a poor run of form, I think they'll be looking for a leg up early, of course, to get a little bit of confidence. So we've got to make sure that we don't give them that. And then we've got to play to our style that we've been doing in recent weeks. We don't need to get away from that. As I said before, they are very dangerous in that attack, depending who they play in them forward positions. Luke Freeman coming back here is in my book, a very, very good player as well to add to that. So we know where their threats are. We've got to make sure we're on our game.
You mentioned it a minute ago, the international break comes up after the Forest game. What will that look like for you and the rest of the squad?
It'll be a nice time to be able to work on some things that we didn't probably get enough time to do in the pre-season. We've said it before, it was a really really short off-season, and then we were right into 2 or 3 days of training straight into our pre-season games, ready for the start of the proper season. So it'll be a mixture really of as I say, a chance to work on some things with the team, a chance to get other players' fitness up. The injury list unfortunately has not been where we wanted it to be in this early part of the season, but we're showing good signs of progress with that. So it's getting them players up to speed. So come the Barnsley game, hopefully we've got the majority of our players back fit. For others, it'll be a chance to get a couple of days of rest. Of course, obviously, no one can go away, I suppose, like they might have done previously. But it'll be a chance to spend a little bit of time with the family and make sure that we use this rest period from games to our maximum effect.
I just wanted to ask about the under-23s as well. They're in good form, like the first team, of course. What have you made of that group of players and what they've been doing?
No, it's been excellent, and again, it's been through adversity because the training schedules had to change due to COVID, so they're having to train at different times at the training ground, not really use the dressing rooms, the offices. We've not been able to see Bawley and Tins and the coaching staff as much as we would like. So now they're getting on with doing what they do, which is developing players, and we've got a great habit of doing that at this football club. And again, another great performance yesterday. 2 assistants were down there with Pat Mountain and Cease as well. I wasn't able to get there. I had a meeting, unfortunately, wasn't able to get to it, but got some good reports back. Big Louis up top, get himself an hat-trick, and some really pleasing performances. And caught up on the action this morning on the computer, and long may that continue.
And just going back to this game this weekend, still a few injuries lying around, aren't there?
Yeah, as I say, things are looking good in that department. There's probably only Bakes who's long term. the players are working really hard behind the scenes and showing good signs of progress, working hard with the physios and trying to get back as quickly as they can. So we're hoping that with come the weekend we might have one or two who may be challenging for a place in the squad. Again, it's early in the week. We're only on Wednesday, of course, so we'll see in the next couple of days where we're at.